everybody, it's boy, Naruto WK, and today we're doing What If Naruto Had the Tensagan. So, this will be part 0, aka backstory and stuff like that. Information, So, we don't know much about the Tensagan, but all we know about it is that it's the Rinnegan, Byakugan, mixed, and it has its own chakra mode. So that's all and it has the Sage of Six Paths orbs. So you might be wondering, so is Naruto gonna be an Otsutsuki or something like that? No, I'm gonna say he gets it from his Otsutsuki side or whatever you wanna say, because we all know that Naruto is Ashura's reincarnation. So I'm gonna say that's how he gets it, and yeah. So let's get into it. So. On the day of the Nine Tails attack, Obito warps and takes Naruto out of Minato's hands. Give me the Nine Tails Jinchuriki. Minato throws a kunai, runs, and he sees Naruto falls out of his hand. He grabs Naruto, grabs Kushina, teleports behind the kunai, kicks Obito into the wall, and teleports into the house. He lays and then when he gets there, he sees Kushina isn't there. He lays down Naruto. He grabs his Hokage jacket, puts it on, teleports out of it, but he's too late. Kuruma's in the village, destroying everything. And Minato is, I'm gonna say, a little bit stronger in this one. So instead of him just Rasenganing him in the back, he actually breaks the mask and sees that it's not no Uchiha from the village. And he teleports the Biju Bomb way behind the village. But this loses almost all his chakra. He teleports, gets Naruto and Kushina, and he's about to start the 8 trigram seal. He puts up a barrier. Kushina grabs a hold of the Nine Tails with her chakra chains. And he starts doing hand signs. Boar, rat, snake, tiger, fox. And you see a reaper. He grabs half of Kuruma's soul and puts it inside Minato. Minato starts the 8 trigram seal. Boar, ox, tiger, snake. He starts sealing Kuruma inside of Naruto. But Kuruma's not having this. Slams his finger down. But Kushina, she, instead of holding it down his body, holds down the claw, and it misses Minato by a few inches. And Minato dies from losing his soul, and Kushina falls unconscious. My baby Naruto is crying, and they see that Naruto's eyes look a little weird because it's not blue or dark blue or light blue like his mom or dad's. It's like a Byakugan, but a little tint of teal. They're wondering about this, but they don't really mind it because they don't think much of it. So, the few days that Kushina actually has left, she writes down a whole bunch of stuff. Some Minato's jutsus, some of her jutsus, because we know that the Uzumakis use swords. So I'm gonna say she uses a sword. She leaves that. She writes Naruto a note telling him that he actually is a hero of the village because he has the Nine Tails, or it would be rampaging around the world. And Kushina, before she dies the next day, she says she asks Hiruzen to make an announcement, and she walks up with Naruto, Everybody of the Hidden Leaf Village, I got some important news. He says Kushina Uzumaki has something to say to the village. Hey everybody, Naruto is the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. People are about to start throwing stuff. But Hiruzen says without him, the village would be in way worse condition. And some people, and Sakura's mom says, "What do you mean?" Well, if Naruto wasn't here, we couldn't have a vessel. And somebody says, "Why not some other baby? 'Cause doesn't have enough chakra." He flatly says out. And Kushina says yes. As you all know, he's half Uzumaki, half Namikaze. He would probably be the only one who could take it. And Minato says, no, not Minato. Kushina says, he is a hero of the Hidden Leaf Village. He always will be. And Mikoto, I know you wanted to adopt Naruto, so you can adopt him. And yeah, and then the next day she dies. But before she actually does die, I forgot to mention something. And the Uchihas were not behind the Nine-Tails attack. And Danzo says, "Damn it. They weren't?" "Well, sort of." And he's like, what does she mean by that? And she says, it wasn't Uchiha from the village. It was Obito, Uchiha. He sided with the Akatsuki, who are trying to take all the tailed beasts, including the Nine-Tails, trying to make the 10 tails for some plan. And Danzo says, so I can't prosecute this stupid Uchihas. And they wouldn't be trying to make a coup, because if they really wanted to, they could just train Naruto to hate the village. But they're not like that, because Fugaku is good friends with Minato, and Mikoto is obviously good friends with whoever, Kushina. Oh yeah, I forgot. Where is Shisui Uchiha? She puts up quotations. And she jumps down off the building with Naruto. She hands him to Mikoto, and she starts doing hand signs. And she places her hand on his forehead. It reveals that he has red hair and no Sharingan and blue eyes. Shisui Uchiha is my first son. We just couldn't have that, so we let Kagami Uchiha adopt him. So I used the seal to make it look like he had the Sharingan, and he was an Uchiha. And Itachi's surprised by this. And Mikoto says, we'll adopt him too then. Naruto, then the next day, she dies. Naruto, he doesn't know much about her, but a lot of people actually like him now. Except a few, like Sakura's parents, the Hyugas, because he's with well, not the Hyugas, but they like him, but they don't mind him. So Sakura's parents, they don't like him. And some of the civilians don't either. Naruto is playing with Sasuke a lot. Same with Itachi and Shisui. Naruto, he has blonde hair, but he doesn't want it. So he bleaches his hair and he dyes it red. Now I'm like big brother Shisui. He rugs up and runs Shisui. No, my brother's way better than yours, Naruto. No, he's not. Shisui could easily beat Itachi. Ain't that right, Shisui? He smiles. I would have to see. If he actually had a destroying gun, he could probably beat me. No way. And Naruto, for some reason, starts seeing chakra out of nowhere. His eyes start hurting. He starts crying. His eyes are bleeding. And all three of them run to Mikoto and Fugaku. Something's wrong with Naruto. And they take him to the hospital. Is something wrong with his eyes? He's not supposed to have this color. They're supposed to be blue. Like him over there. Pointing at Shisui. Naruto wakes up and starts rubbing his eyes. And blood is still leaking out of them. Like if you used a Mangekyo. Like that. But a little less than that. Because he starts rubbing them. They give him a towel. He wipes his eyes. And it stops. Naruto looks. And all he sees is chakra. Like if they were activated. Why do I see chakra? He says. Like if it was like a Hyuga. And we do know that he could probably turn this on and off. So he probably activated on accident. That's what I'm telling you guys. They don't know that. And he's like, then we'll go to the Hyugas. No, not Mikoto. Fugaku, Shisui, and Naruto walk to the 2 belt Hyugas. They knock on. They buzz in on the fence, and Hisashi comes to the gate. And this will I'll be leaving off part 1. Peace out, my dudes.